Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. I know what happened. I typed and it canceled that out. It should have automatically brought my bride and I up, and it didn't. And I was typing something to Rick, and anyways, welcome, Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Glad you could join us. Happy campers,
Hi,
welcome.
Happy campers.
Oh, what a day. And my wife is saying, yeah, what a day. You know,
Glad it's over with.
typically Leanna does not do a whole lot in the gardens. She does the flower gardens in the spring, but the gardening is not her cup of tea. And I'll tell you what, my baby has been harvesting tomatoes and peppers, and she has been preserving peppers and tomatoes. She did tomatoes today.
Yeah.
Diced tomatoes. That's something that she does quite a bit. That's all right, Rick. That's all right, Rick. Yeah, she did. You know, it was really neat. Here we are talking about preparing. And she has done a lot of preparing here in the last few days. With the peppers, she made last week, she did 52 jars of the hot pepper jelly, which that will be nice. So yesterday, I don't have that on my computer. However, you want to see our second big harvest, and our first harvest was even bigger than this. Go ahead, honey. While I'm talking, why don't you, or while I'm looking, why don't you talk?
What would you like me to talk about?
What you've been doing?
I did today?
Yeah.
I'm glad they're done. And yesterday I did diced peppers, sliced peppers, stuffed peppers. A lot of pepperage.
Hello, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
Welcome. You could join us. Sister Rebecca, glad you could join us. So,
wow, that's a lot.
I don't know how well that's going to show, but that was yesterday's day before yesterday's harvest.
Yeah.
And she preserved all of those.
Every last one.
Yeah, every last one. So you want to tell them what you did with them?
What did I do with them? I made no, that one I
sliced
into little slices, and I
sliced and diced.
I sliced and I preserved them that way.
But then tell about the stuffed peppers.
Stuffed peppers. I made stuffed peppers. I made 10 of those.
Tell them how you did that, though, because it was a dilemma on how we were going to do it.
Oh, because there's a sauce you put over the top. Yeah, I made them all the way up to the step before you cook them. Well, except the sauce on the top. And I'm there, what am I going to do with sauce? And so I got a bright idea, and we were freezing that. What were we doing? The thingy there?
The freezing, shrink wrap.
No.
Vacuum seal. There we go.
Vacuum seal. You can't do that with the sauce because it's just going to suck it up. So I just sealed it. I sealed both ends of it, and then I put them in with the peppers.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Now she'll be able to
I can just pull it out.
Pull them out and
thaw them and put the sauce on and bake them. I don't have to go through all the other stuff.
So that will be really, really good this winter. Yeah. You know, it saves on the cooking part, but we've got them. And it's with all those peppers, and our refrigerators have been full, and so I think I said hi to Happy Campers. If not, yeah, we both did. Welcome. Glad you joined us.
Hi, Caitlin. You're choking again and again. Oh.
Okay, and we'll
Yeah,
we'll
we
continue
will.
to pray for you on that. It will happen.
Mm.
Yep. Happy campers, it was very, very wet for us. Um, like I've shared with so many people, I have never in 64 years remember as much rain during the summer as we've had this year. I just never remember it.
Mm.
And I dairy farmed most of my life. So, I mean, I was out in it. Um, yes, we've had wet springs, we've had wet falls, we've had some wet Junes, but not all through the year. Just,
Yeah.
just nuts.
Oh, hi, Rebecca. I didn't see you sneak in.
Yeah.
I just
Hello,
happened to look up.
hello, Hodges.
Hi, Hodges.
But one of the things, not only do the wood chips, because I do the back to Eden type um, gardening, not only do they help retain the water in the garden, but also it will suck that water up and release it down into the ground. So, I mean, it's beneficial that way too. So, I think that was why we did so well with the peppers. It took them a long time to start, and a lot of that was because we had the cool evenings, very cool evenings. In fact, I don't think we had one night that was 70 degrees, not one night.
No.
And that's not typical for us. Very good. Well, water is good for you too, and that will help flush some of the whatever. So that's good. Um, Pretty much, Alicia, the same weather pattern. So, in saying all of that, that is one of the ways that we preserve is we do a lot of freezing. Now she did the tomatoes. She canned diced tomatoes. Her plan this year was to make ketchup
And tomato paste.
and tomato paste, but the Romas didn't do. They're still green on the vine. They have been very slow this year. Um, which brings another thing. This morning it was 42 degrees when I first got up. That was around 5 o'clock, and at 7 o'clock when I started that devotion, I hit a little rig here, 32 degrees. And I'm thinking, oh my, all those peppers, all the tomatoes, our hibiscus tree, which is right
Welcome
out.
to Song Quiz. I've got a total
Echo,
of 4
no.
spots open.
Echo,
How many players are there?
Echo, stop.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
To play again later, say, play Song Quiz.
Good night.
Good night. Sweet dreams.
Our hibiscus tree is right outside, and that always comes in. Usually the first frost, before the first frost, we'll bring that in because that won't take the cold. So I looked out. I'm sleeping inside again, getting too chilly outside. You know what? You don't usually see me with another shirt, but I got cold today.
It was cold today.
I was warm enough working, but when I came
on
back
the
in,
heat this morning.
it
Jim
was
did.
chilly. Oh, I knew she'd be cold.
Well, I was going to wait for you to leave, and then I was going to turn it on. That's what I normally do.
Yeah. So actually, you know what? Would anybody like to come up and talk about how you prepare? I am going to send the link. If anybody would like to come up and share how you've been preparing for your family, whether it's vegetables or, we've had different ones with Larry. Larry got rain in Mississippi last night. He has been hoping for rain now for weeks. But anyways, he had come up and shared with his bees. We had Ed come up and share about his solar panels and how he hooks those all up. Rick had come up I think Rick was one of the first ones that come up
I think he was.
talking about how what him and his family do. Mild salsa.
Mild. What's the matter with you?
That's what I eat. That's what I eat. Happy campers. Now my wife has the
I call it wimpy.
Yeah, she calls mine wimpy. It still has
Wimpy
some
salsa.
jalapenos in it. Jay has been up. Dave Reinhardt's been up. Actually, Alicia and Caitlin have been up.
Yeah. And
Alicia's
Tim.
husband, Tim, has been up. Oh, and I bet that's pleasant. I bet that's pleasant, Rick. Listening to the
wonderful.
Listening to the water.
I
That
have
would
to
put
pee
me.
all night though.
That would put me right to sleep. Although it doesn't take much to put me to sleep
No,
anymore.
He just has to put his head on his pillow and he's out.
Yeah. Or sit at my desk and not talk. And I'm out.
Yeah.
I have acid reflux. I've had that for a lot of years.
I do too, but I just love it.
The acid reflux?
No.
Oh.
No, spicy food.
Oh.
I just suffer afterwards and then I do it over again.
She's prepared.
Electronic candles, a bottle of water, and disposable cups.
Leanna has candles all around the house.
Yeah.
And there's times that she'll light them. Actually, she's got one going right here, right next to us. But we've also got quite a few flashlights in different places at the house, just in case. We've seen years here where we'll lose the power quite often.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much in the last few, but still, it's good to have them around because you never know. You never know. So there was a couple that came up Saturday, and I so enjoyed visiting with them.
They were here for hours.
Yeah, I don't think it was hours, but
I do.
I so
hours.
enjoyed talking to them. As far as raising rabbits, we're on the same page as that. And it was so great to see, to have somebody that respected the time that I spend with my girls and boys, that saw that they were healthy, because our rabbits are spoiled. You know, how many farms do you see where they've got an air conditioning unit in there for the summer and fans and
Gotta take care of the buns.
I take good care of them. And a big part of that is for ones that are buying for breeders. I want them to buy a healthy rabbit or rabbits. In that case, they had bought 3. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That would be wonderful. Hi, Larry.
What is the best kind of rabbit food? Well, you know, if you could afford it, the best would be
For food.
one of the organic type pellets.
No, I think he needs red
Okay.
X.
And Larry, you know, I'm going to share something that I share with everyone. Because a lot of people have the idea that they're going to buy a rabbit and they've got a lot of garden stuff and they're going to feed garden stuff. And first of all, in the rabbit grain, it's alfalfa based. So there's your protein, there's a lot of the other nutrients, but there's also minerals and stuff that rabbits need. Now, wild rabbits, they forage in gardens and grass and dandelions and all that kind of stuff. Domesticated rabbits, that's been bred out of them. Yes, they can eat some of that, but that should not be their diet. Um,
But as far as the best kind of rabbit for food,
yeah,
that
if
would
I could
be-
afford it,
no, it would be probably a New Zealand to eat.
what is the best kind of rabbit for food? Ah,
Thank
okay.
you.
All right. All right. Um, again, everybody has their own opinions on that. I prefer to raise, um, I prefer the New Zealand, or because we raise New Zealand's and Rexes, there are some that I crossbreed. Um, and you want to have them young. What I try to do, and I know this is going to probably turn off some people. My wife and I do eat some of the rabbits. Now, usually what I do is I have them for sale, and I try to sell them first. But then there comes the time, because I can't have 100 rabbits here. There comes
We've
the
had
time
close.
that I'll have somebody come up and process them. So ideally, Larry, if you want a fryer type rabbit, you would want to process that rabbit somewhere around 8 to 10 weeks old. That's going to be the most tender, and have enough meat to make for meals. Now, what happens if we get into the 14 or 15 week before they're processed? Now they're apt to get a little bit tougher. So Leanna will put them in a crock pot type thing, and she makes a
It's a pressure cooker. It's an instant
pot. She'll make a rabbit pie,
Yeah.
and then she'll put the biscuits on it. Now, we had some that were a lot older than that, and I knew that they were going to be tough.
You're ready, Katie.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever you're ready, sis, come on up. So what we did with that is we ground it all, and we made rabbit burgers. We made sausages, breakfast sausage, links, breakfast patties, and also bratwurst. And it is so good. All right, so Larry, on the Rex typically aren't going to grow as big as the New Zealand and as quick. But what you have is a pelt that is unreal. The Rex fur is so soft, it's silky, silky soft. So if you have a choice, or you have a chance to, they call it pickling the hide. You soak it in a brine. It's salt and alum, and it sits in there. Now, don't quote me on the times. I think it's 2 weeks or 10 days. And then you start pulling the flesh off it. So
it's a really tedious.
It's a very tedious job, and then the stretching of it.
Do.
The stretching of it is.
It's hard to do it right.
Yeah. I have a lot of pelts in the freezer, and I really need to start working them, because we're going to have more rabbits to go in. I'm trying to sell whatever I can, but we also have a lamb that's going in. So, and that's going to be the middle of October. So, yeah, the Rex, Larry, like I said, I love the fur on the Rex. I like their disposition. They're just sweet rabbits to work with.
Have we ever eaten a Rex? I don't think so.
We haven't eaten a Rex, but we've had the Rex crosses.
Yeah.
My grandmother would cook rabbit stew. We have not. Yes. You did.
Hi, Sherry.
You did.
Yeah.
Yep. Do I sell the fur? No. There are people that do. money isn't what it used to be. Salt, pepper, prepper in Nova Scotia. Hello, Katie. Let me get you. So there we go.
There.
Hello, Katie.
Hello, I have some things to do, things to have when you want to be prepared.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm going to drop down and I'm going to let you go ahead and explain. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, for starters, if you have blood pressure issues, reflux like I do, chest pain, whatever, you want to have some of this water. So, demonstrate. This is great volume, natural. It's natural spring water. So let's try it. There, and this will last you a long time. It's very good to helping you if you want to stay hydrated during a power outage or times where you won't have much to eat or drink. This is a good source. So, and if you like crafts that are easy to do and won't take much time, that you want to be able to find something you can do for at least an hour or two, you want to do this. It's a shoot. See, it has these certain colors and numbers on here that you want to code in. Some people might find this a little bit harder than you do, and that's okay. You can do anything that's possible. So yeah, in the end, you'll have a nice, beautiful picture to look at or hang up on your wall. So, just a favorite thought, it's at a store called Dollarama. If you guys have one in your area, I know you guys have Dollar Tree or the Under Five Below or whatever. If you can't find something like this, you can at least find a similar source, like a different brand or subject or theme. Doesn't have to be butterflies or animals. You can do like a holiday, like Christmas or Thanksgiving or fall. Diamond paintings can be any picture that you want it to be, as long as you think that you're going to enjoy it, doing it, and you're going to like it the way it's going to end up. And this is my Pick Me Pot game. You want to... Here, I'll show you an example of what this is. On the back it says, join your Pick Me Pot friends in the live pop chase. Race our Pick Me Link, completing challenges to earn live pops to fill your Pick Me tree, but beware of sticky pots along the way. Land no sweet surprise, you get the Pick Me Flush. It's free advantage to the first player to fill a Pick Me tree who will have each car wins. The challenges are these cards that you show. What do I want to do? What's what I want to do?
Is there any extra house? I'm showing that you have these from.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's how you play. You get these and you collect 4 color lollipops in order to play. So that's how that game works.
Go ahead and show them.
Okay. So this is 100 classic games in one, which is amazing. This gives you a lot. Like it shows you like there's Game of Goose, like a farm one, Crocodile, Snakes and Ladders, like 4,
You just turn around.
Tic-Tac-Toe, Partisy, 9 Man's Morse, Road Runner, Solitary, and Chess. So there's all it's 10 or 10 or more games in there they can play.
Yeah, and you can do multiple games on your phone.
And you don't have to do just one. There's more than one thing you can do on them.
Did you do this?
No, I didn't do this.
Oh, okay.
Bring the cat. Here, bring her. Get her over here. Here's Sasha. Hi.
Yeah. Yes, and we're preparing for our kitty too, right?
We have a cake to keep us company while we prepare.
Yeah, and we have stuff for the kitty.
And what we have for her, we have hard food, we have
Canned food.
canned food and treats,
Yeah, and extra cat litter.
and litter and bags.
That's the cat food.
Scooper.
Yeah.
Okay, bye one. Adios.
Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you.
so much.
And oftentimes when we lose power, there's been times that we'll get a light and we'll play games.
Yeah.
A lot of it during the winter time is Leanna gets cold, and to take her mind off the cold, we'll play different games. There's a card game, or it's a dice and card game. What do they call that?
It is called
Fill or Bust.
Fill or Bust.
And that's a fun game. So very good. That's something that, especially if you have children,
Yeah.
to keep them occupied, because who knows how long the power is going to go off. Or Yahtzee, there's another one.
Oh, I used to love playing that.
Yeah. So very good. Very good. That isn't something that I would have thought of. However, we usually do,
Yeah.
like I said, we
Always
lose
do.
power. So, and have sweaters or a blanket that you can wrap up in if it gets that cold. If you don't have another source of heat, which we don't, that is something that we're lacking.
We're not prepared.
And not that way. So, yeah. Larry and Sherry, are you thinking about possibly getting into rabbits? If you do, I would certainly give you some pointers on what to look for and how to raise them. No, that was very good, Caitlin.
I am Caitlin.
Yep. Yep. Silver emergency blankets for each person for warmth. Very good. Very good. Because, there's nothing worse than being without heat and then without something to bundle up in. Yeah. With me, your brother has okay, very good. So He could help you. Hope not. Oh, Sherry, they can be so addictive.
Yeah.
I've shared so many times. I can have the worst day ever, and I can go out and start grooming or
Just
trimming
Just pick one up.
nails, which is something that has to be done, especially on my Rex bunnies, because they grow quick. The nails grow wicked quick on them. So, but it just
All your cares go away.
Yep. I used one last year with my layers of bedding when we ran out of oil last winter. When the electric goes out in the winter, Becca would say that I like to see how Arizona desert summer. Yeah. Yeah. I like wood heat. I don't like the mess. I don't like the work that has to go with it and cutting and splitting wood, and it's getting really expensive up here now. But that heat is amazing, and it's quick. I see that, Sherry. Larry. Propane or natural gas heat is nice, but I don't think there's anything like wood heat. It just
it's hot and it's nice and it's it's my cup of tea.
Yeah. And I like going out in the wintertime because we do have some that do burn wood, and that smell in the air, especially a 0-degree day, and I like that smell.
Oh wow, $300.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I have a couple friends that would do it for me. And the hard thing here is we're like a 3-story house up here, and it's a metal roof, so it's hard for somebody to get up there. However, I did have one of these same guys that would clean the chimney for me. He went and retopped the top of the chimney without anything for safety gear up there. I was nervous. And then he had his boy. He was with him. He was passing stuff up, or with a rope. He was passing stuff up, and he calls to his boy, and he says, "You and Jim hold the ladder, and I'll crawl down." Well, he wanted us to hold it away from the roof. And I'm thinking, all right, so he's up 2 stories now. Wow, no, I don't like this idea.
I
But
didn't
anyways,
watch.
no.
I just stayed in the house.
Yeah. But yeah. So anybody else doing any canning or freezing or dehydrating? Right.
Yeah.
Made a wonderful noise. Yeah. Yeah. What my buddy's got is a brush that he sends down. Can you open us up to your page?
What do you mean?
You mean to come up live, Happy Campers? Do you want to come up with us? Is that what you're asking?
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, we could watch them out there by their fireplace.
Yeah, yeah.
They've got a fire pit outside, and when they're listening to us, that's what they do. They've sent me pictures quite a few times, and I'm thinking, oh, that would be so wonderful. We want to do that at some point. Happy Campers, if you do want to do that, I'm going to send a link. What you have to do is click on that link, and then you've got to allow it to use your microphone and camera.
clickable?
Yeah, it is. You're gonna not there. It isn't.
Oh, over there. Okay, I see it is
Yep.
now.
I'm not sure if that's what they were asking or not. And for anybody, and you're wondering why Happy Campers uses all capitals, is because he has a very hard time seeing, so that helps him. Now, I met Happy Campers through through Uncle Henry's. They had approached me about some rabbits that I have for sale. And I'm not going to use names. If they want to use their names, that's fine. But I've been trying to be very respectful that way. And that's why I call them Happy Campers. Anyways, I met his wife in Harmony, which is the town that I grew up in. It was the town that they had just left before they went to Jay. And we've had some very, very interesting discussions. Okay. All right. So you understand that, Alicia. Very good. So anyways, and then they had started following At the Cross community. And when I would have different rabbits for sale, I knew that they were looking for a red one, and I had bred my red doe purposely for some red kits because I know a lot of people like the red New Zealands. And she didn't have a one red one, not one. But I did have a part Californian that I had bred with my red boy, and she had one. She had a red doe and she had a red buck. So I was able to get a red doe for him.
So, Happy Campers, are you going to come up with us and join us? All you had to do is click that link that Jim put in the room.
They might be doing it. It takes a few minutes to go through that process. And then it's going to show me over here when you come up, and then all okay for you to come up. And anybody else that would like to come up, that link is there. Go ahead and click on it. Actually, I'll send it again. I know in 20 minutes there's going to be some leaving to go over to Brother Johnny's for a teaching on the book of Revelation, and that's fine. That's fine. But this is a great way for different ones to get to know others too. You've seen Happy Campers in the last month or so following along and being involved in the chat. So this will be a great chance for everybody to get to know them. So what's next on canning and freezing? And the other thing she did was she canned hot peppers.
Yes, I did.
Yep. You want to explain how you did that?
There's nothing to it.
Oh, well, maybe nobody's done it before.
It's just, I just
Tell them.
I just sliced them up and use vinegar and water and salt, and that's it. You can them in the can. It's really easy. That's why I did it. So next I'm doing carrots for my daughter.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, she loves my pickled carrot. Carrots, spicy. So I went and picked more hot peppers today so that I can do that for her. I don't think so, Larry. I think they all fared well because I did go out and pick some today.
Yeah.
I got what was left that was reddish.
It got a few of the plants, barely. It did get some of the pepper plants. My squash plants, um, they took a beating. Now, Dave, you've seen my bunny barn. I've sent pictures of the inside of the bunny barn. Actually, you've seen videos. That was nothing but one of those Shelter Logic um,
It's like the
portable garage type thing.
things.
That one is 12 by 20. That's what it was. And what I did is I strapped it with where the poles are. I strapped it with 1x4 hemlock boards. And then on the outside, I took, because once I strap it, then I got to run them going crosswise. And I put 1x8 hemlock boards. But my Tractor Supply ones, what is the measurements on that?
I don't know.
10 by 14. And I put two of them together end for end. And that's what I'm going to do with that, is make a greenhouse. So what I'll do for the roof is I'll use the Tough Tex. And then on the sides, I'll strap it with plastic. But with the plastic, I want to have it so that I can roll it up just to let some of the heat out when it gets warm. But yeah.
Yes, I will do that for you, Sherry. That's for my hot peppers. And I use jalapenos, I use habaneros, I use ghost peppers, I use anything hot that he planted out there. Chilies,
Hot chilies, yeah.
I'm not picky about it. I just cut them all up and mix them all together and put them in the jars. But yes, I will do that for you. I think you have Larry's address.
I'm not sure. But you know what? I'll put my email there. I'm having a hard time thinking it. All right.
Yep.
All right. That way you've got that, and I'll forward that over to Leanna. With mine, I get emails all over. But Sherry, if you could, or Larry, and the subject line, do something that I'll know. A recipe for Sherry or pepper recipe, and that way I'll know.
Yeah, and I'll type it up and get it out to you.
Yep.
They're really simple to make. It was time consuming because I had 6 pounds of the little things.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Dave, and that's the great thing. There's so many of those portable garages that are just sitting in people's yards or fields or whatever, not being used, because especially up here. Last year, we had a lot of snows, then we had a lot of rain. It would turn to ice, and nobody had taken care of getting that snow off of them. So a lot of them caved in. The tarps let go. But the other thing is the UV lighting on them things. They last a couple, 3 years, and then the fabric that they use just disintegrates. So, like I had one of the ones from Harbor Freight. A neighbor down the road had one, and it just sat there. And I had asked him what he was going to do with that, and he says, if you want it, you can have them. So I did. I went and got all the pipes, put it together, put the end on mine, and that's going to be a greenhouse.
that's funny, Sherry.
Yep. Your peppers are ready to be picked. Very good. Yep. So good timing on getting Leanna to send that.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. You know, for ones that even wanted to build a like a carport or something, if you've got a metal roof place, it's fairly handy. Um, you could buy seconds, and even if it was different colored, like I said, strap it with something that's strong or that would weather well, or paint the wood, and then you could put the metal roofing. Sometimes you can get seconds on the metal roofing. Um, make a great carport. I've thought about doing something out here on the other side of the deck, but I don't know if I want to put something there. I'd like to have the car undercover for her so she didn't have to worry about shoveling it, cleaning it off if I wasn't here.
You're very welcome, Sherry.
But I don't know if I want it on the end of the deck. If anything, I'd like to have a garage in there. 2-bay garage so that she'd have that. I could have my shop on the other half, but
It would be cluttered here.
it would make, yeah. Yep. Yep. So on the rain, Larry, how much rain did you guys get? I know you said it was raining some last night. And we haven't had rain for almost a week now.
I know.
Wow.
Eesh.
I've often thought with all the rain that we've had this summer, if that had been rain, if that had been snow,
Our house would be buried.
our house would be buried about 1/4 of an inch. Very good. That's a help.
Well,
That's a help. Hopefully you'll get some more here in the next day or two.
we'll send some more.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a friend this afternoon. He had responded to the bunnies that I had done, and he sent me a picture. He had gone to a what do you call it? I know the word. I'm not thinking. But anyways, he was after leaves and other types of compost, but they had a big pile of wood chips. And he said, "Brother Jim, I wish I could pipe some of that up to you." And I said, "I'd love it." I said, "I need at least 30 yards of it to cover just the main garden. Never mind all the raised beds and the flower gardens out front."
Can you ship rabbits across the country?
I know some people do. I won't with mine. I just wouldn't with mine. Because I wouldn't want anything to happen. We tried, Jim. Oh, you tried to come on? You're probably doing it with a phone, and it wouldn't let you. And I don't know how to do it with a phone.
Oh,
I've never done it with a phone. I know it can be done. Jay has done it with a phone before.
where's Jay when you need him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
You know what?
That's too bad.
At some point, Happy Campers, maybe we'll do that on a day that I'm not busy, you're not busy, and I'll spend some time and we'll try to get us so that he could come up, because I know there's some things that you could share that would help others.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow,
wow.
4 inches of rain.
Oh,
Yeah, 4 inches is a lot of rain, especially if it was a driving rain. Yeah, maybe sometime in this coming week we'll get together, and
Yeah, and then you can do it next Tuesday with us.
especially on a rainy day, because a rainy day I'm usually in here. We get a rainy day next week, and I'll try to help you to get on, and that way you can come on the next time. The only thing, you won't be able to use that same link. I'd have to send you a new link, and that's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't dare send the rabbits cross country. I know some people do. I think it would be very, very expensive to do. Oh, rabbits can get a heart attack very easily. You know, that's one reason why I'm a little nervous when we have dogs that come around. But, you know, we've got cameras all around here, and I've seen dogs and cats, they'll just walk right by the cages. We had a pit bull that a couple weeks ago that attacked quite a few dogs, ended up getting hooked up with 2 female dogs. And then finally, the game warden or somebody came up, and I don't know what happened. But that is a concern I've got with my outside rabbits is a heart attack. Let me share this. I have 1 buck. All right, a rabbit shed. And when you've got 36 cages that are full of rabbits, that's a lot of fur. Now, because I have done things inside that barn with those rabbits, I can vacuum inside that barn. I can go along the front of the cages and vacuum all the hair that, because I use fans in there, and that blows the fur. Some of the cages I know that I can reach in and I can vacuum, being careful. But I had this one particular young buck that I fired it was when I first started taking the cages out to clean. And what I would do is start vacuuming them up inside. I'd pull them out into the middle, and I'd go around and get some of the hair. Well, I hear this flopping around, and I looked up. It was right above me. And I had this boy that was trembling inside the cage. So I took him out, and I held him for a few minutes, and he came to. And you know, I brushed him for a couple minutes just to make sure he was all right. I put him back in with his 2 brothers, and he was fine. So a little bit of time went by, and I started to vacuum in the entryway, and I was vacuuming. It would have been on, going in the barn, it would have been on my left side. I was doing the 30 by 30 cages. And same thing happened. So I do not vacuum while he's there. Now he's an outside bunny, so I can vacuum my cages when I need to. But yeah, they can have a heart attack real easy.
Yeah.
Real easy. That's like when Mom's dog was here. I was a little concerned with the 2 that we've got behind us. But they were fine. They were fine. He was fine after a couple minutes, and
Yeah, they
So-
touched noses with each other. Satin and Charlie did.
yeah, they've done that a few times.
Nose to nose. You know,
But yeah, with rabbits, they can have a heart attack just like that. You know, and think about this. I mean, in the wild, rabbits are prey to just about every animal there is. Everybody wants to eat them. So, yeah, 4 inches of rain all at once is a lot of rain. We had that when actually the storm before Lee came, we had over 4 inches.
yeah.
And we'd already been getting a lot of rain. And then a few days later, Lee come through and drenched us.
Blew us around.
Yeah, but our property was safe. Our property was safe. You know, I had just about everything that I thought could blow away. Your camera and mic are not working. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. You probably got to have those set up. And again, I might be able to help you if you can explain on another phone as you're doing that. I could probably help you set it up. We'll try that at some point, brother, if you want to do that. And sister. So I know some are going to be leaving here in just a few minutes. One of the things I do want to say, for those that are selling whatever it is that you're producing on your property, I know some are raising goats, some might be raising sheep, some might be raising vegetables or fruits. Larry is selling, no, actually, I don't think you sell honey, but you do have yeah, not as well as I used to, Larry. Technician Jim to the rescue. Whatever you do, take some pride in the animals that you raise and sell, the vegetables, the fruits that you sell. You know, with the rabbits, I have had repeat business, and a lot of that is because I don't sell, and I tell them, I don't sell junk. A rabbit that I wouldn't raise, like I have 3 from my red doe that their ears on each one, there were 3 of them that did this. They had one ear that drooped, and I would not sell that rabbit.
No.
Even though they're a beautiful rabbit, they're not, there was an issue. So that will go in our freezer. But you know, with the vegetables, if you don't take, how do I say this? Raise the best, sell the best of what you've got, and eat the remaining. And I'll tell you what, you'll get repeat business. You know, it goes right along with giving our first fruits. You know, and there's scripture, and it keeps coming up. I've had different ones that have brought this up about weights and measures. You know, God talked about weights and measures. Be honest. Be honest with the ones that you're doing business with. Now, with that, Alicia, and with Fawn, I've had this happen before, and there's another doe, and I can't remember who it is. It was heat related. When it gets up above 70 degrees in that barn, they don't suffer, but they're not comfortable. Now, other things that can happen to cause that is nerves. They get stressed. There you go, brother. There you go. You know, in the last few weeks, I've had different ones who have shared that they have followed this channel, the garden channel, for quite a while, and I never knew it. Didn't see their reply on anything. But it was one of the reasons it drew them here to buy my most expensive rabbits. So
if a rabbit's ears get droopy like that because of the heat, when the heat goes away, will it pop back up?
Sometimes. Actually, babies, last year, I had one doe that happened to. And I don't know why. All right, Alicia. Thanks for stopping in.
God bless.
Sister Caitlin, thank you for coming up. Appreciate you both. Love you. God bless you. And sometimes they'll pick back up. Like one of the boys of this group of 3, his ears were up this morning.
Really?
So, yeah. Yep.
So would you sell it now? Now that
No,
his ear popped
probably
back
not.
up?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not. And with the rabbits, I'm still learning. And I think there's ones who have been in this for a lot of years. They're still, hey,
Hey,
I think happy campers are going to make it up there. Look
they
at that.
made it. Woohoo!
Hey
Look at
guys,
Hi.
Hello. It's a little bit dark, but
Dark and
Yeah,
cute.
we sit in the dark over here. We don't have any power here. This is camping 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Life
Good.
is what you make it, and we have the best of it right there.
there you go.
Oh, there.
No CMP, no internet bill, no television bill.
Now,
That's all money back in our pocket.
doesn't that look comforting, everyone? That fire pit?
It does. Makes me feel warm.
Stand on the other side, Dixie, and they might be able to see me over here.
I like that. Now, for those that aren't aware, about 2 weeks ago, Mr. Happy Camper went to the hospital and his sugar was up around 700.
Yeah.
Up around 700. Now he's got it down. What did you say it was today?
Just at 4 o'clock, it was 210.
210. All right. But it was 70 something this morning.
Yeah, 75 this morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's
keep
a
him in prayer.
low.
Keep him in prayer.
Oh, it goes up and down. It's all in how you eat and what you eat. But if you can't afford vegetables and your vegetables don't grow, you kind of just stuck it with meat and rice and the basics. It's what
Yeah,
we have here,
right.
just the basics.
Hello, Sarah. Welcome.
Hey, Sarah.
Now
Hello,
I'm not
everybody in the
sure.
room.
I'm not sure by the picture. Are you the one that was here last Saturday? But regardless, welcome. Glad you
Yeah.
could join us.
Well, now I'm jealous, happy campers. That looks so inviting.
Mm.
Yes, that's an old truck wheel. Those ones that split in half, and if you don't get them right, they explode in your face and take your head off. And they turned a lot of them into fire pits.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
I got a bigger one down at the other campsite down over the hill over here, where our picnic table and lounge place is. Yeah, everything here is camping trailers. We got 8 of them, and they're all set up with different animals, and each one of them, like Jim says, hemlock floor, hemlock walls. I filled my grain bags full of hay and insulated my hen house, and my water don't freeze in there in the wintertime.
Huh.
There's no heat but what the chickens give off. We got 60 chickens,
60 chickens.
if not 75. We got a bunch of new babies coming out. We got 3 hens still wanting to lay on eggs, so we're letting them.
Wow.
Yeah, they're the little bantam hens, and boy, ain't they aggressive little buggers.
Yep.
We got one trailer is full of rabbits. Is our rabbit hutch. We got like 30 rabbits. One a week. We invite them in. One a week. They
Yep.
feed us 2 or 3 days.
Silent
No.
burger.
This is our lifestyle. We'd show you around, but we got to show you during the daytime and not at nighttime because everything's in the dark.
Yeah.
See, we'd have to do it like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon where we can still see.
Yeah.
I have a New Hampshire red rooster. I was supposed to have 6 pullets, but one of them ended up being a rooster.
One started crowing.
One started crowing. I thought it was Leanna's computer. What is that? Ended up being
Yeah,
the
those are
rooster.
the ones we invite in for supper. Is
Yeah.
our rooster.
Yeah, he's getting to be a big boy. Getting to be a big boy. We got them in April.
Yeah.
End of April, mid-April, I think.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
weasel clean us out, so we had to rehatch a lot of birds until our generators shit the bed, and we lost two racks of turkey eggs.
Remember you
Wow.
sharing that. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
I swearing. I'm sorry. God bless me.
I told him not to swear, and he said the poop word.
Mm.
The poop word.
Yeah, I don't want to say it. You guys know what it is. The swear word.
Yeah, they give it to us every day, but we put up with them. But they're the best penance I ever had. They don't rip you off.
You know, I think I know who Sarah is, and if it is her, when she was asking about the bunnies and had mentioned that she'd been watching the channel for a while, and I said, "So that means you're familiar with my pink brush." I had one lady who came up and bought some bunnies for her grandchildren, I think. And she says, "Oh, so that you still use that pink brush?" I have used that
Yeah.
pink brush since we first started
Yeah.
with the bunnies. I've had that for a lot of years. And she says, every time you pick up that pink brush, we chuckle about that. Well, then I had a few other people that brought up about that pink brush. So
So now you have to keep your pink
I got to
brush.
keep my pink brush. Hey, it does a good job.
Nice.
I've used that pink brush on your two girls too.
Yes, I've seen you brushing them out a lot.
Yeah,
It makes them friendly though when you pay more attention to them. Anyway,
absolutely.
I've got like what is it? 4 rabbits that are in a hutch out there, and they look forward to me coming out there every morning and giving them a pet. And they like to chew on my jacket just a little bit, just to say, "Hey, I'm over here." And
yeah, I give apple treats. In fact, when I close the room down, that's what I got to do is give their apple treats. Normally it's 7:00.
right, yeah, these guys get apples too. So
They like maple leaves and blueberry bushes.
Yeah.
We
But
have a lot of wild blueberry.
The first couple times that I'll break a little piece off and give them, usually they'll turn the nose up. But after the second or third time, they're right there. And then every time I walk into that bunny barn, it's like they're right at the front. It's like, hey, remember me? I want one of those things. I like that.
They love the taste of apples.
Yeah. In fact, I got to have probably tomorrow. I'll have to have that.
Yeah, I gotta go buy some apples and make some more.
Yep. For anybody that does raise rabbits, and you want to know some of the treats that we feed, I had videoed Leanna making 2 different types, and most of the rabbits like them. Where they haven't had them for a while, they'll have to get reintroduced to them. But the apple treats, they know.
Yes,
every day.
They like that very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we figured we'd share our fire with you. It's about all you can say here.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did.
Well, thank you.
Everybody got warmed up.
Yeah, I do. I feel warm.
Yeah, we pretty much do this every night if it's not raining.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, quite often during the teachings, you've done that. You've sent.
Oh yeah, we turn you right on and we sit right here in front of the fire.
Yep.
On this new rock patio I built. Out of the big rocks out here.
Yeah.
Very good.
I still got a few more to move.
Yep.
I got to get another drill, another, what was it? DeWalt.
Mm-hmm.
Hammer drill.
Yep.
I burnt the last one up.
Happy campers. Of course, we won't be able to do it this year, but next year, if I'm still doing this, we'll have to have you come up during the summer months, and that way you can show some of the things that you do with the campers and how you raise your animals. That would be good.
That would be awesome. Yes.
Yeah. But where I do it at 7:00 right now, it would here where we are, it would be too late. It would be dark by that time. Crazy. 7:00 dark here now.
I'll just wait till we set those clocks back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if we knew you were on this channel earlier, we would have stopped by and visited you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to try to get back into it every Tuesday night at 7:00 with with mom here and some of the issues that we went through with her, she got sick. She got sick and
She's
needed
still in the
to-
hospital?
What's
Come
that?
home? She's still in the hospital? Did she come home?
There was the possibility. I haven't heard from my sister yet today. There was a possibility that she was going to get released today.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully she did. Hopefully she did. So, now there are, I know, Rick, Twin Acres.
Twin Brook Farms.
Twin Brook Farms. I know he's wanted to come back up. I could probably have Ibram come back up. Possibly even Dave. I know Dave's been busy with projects there. Brother Larry, I'm not sure how busy you are with the bees right now. There's another couple that I'm hoping that I can get up, and they're right into prepping. So, hopefully, hopefully it will get active on this again. Now, in case nobody knows, I have been 2 mornings in a row. I've been doing little shorts. I've never done shorts before. And I've been doing shorts on some of the bunnies that we have now. If you're not interested in buying a bunny, at least you get to see
Cuteness.
under a minute cuteness.
Oh, nice.
We've got some cuties. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I hope you do. And comment. Let us know. If you like what you see, some of the things that you'd like to see us do. Here, hopefully in a month, things will slow down and I can start doing some more things. But right now, it's been hectic and
Yeah.
a lot of projects. Of course, anybody that lives up here in New England, winter's coming and there's a lot that needs to be done.
You have to hold it like this.
A lot needs to be done before snow flies. So
I don't want snow to fly.
I know you don't, honey. I just assume not this year either. We've
What's
had
that?
have snow fly.
Oh, yeah, jeez. I still got to dig my snowblower out and fix it. I caught a rock with it last year and messed my auger up.
Oh,
And when I got it back, they didn't adjust it right, and I got to adjust it so it actually goes in drive.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those errands, I believe it is.
yeah. I've got an older Aaron's. It's a commercial one. It's a big one. Well, somewhere on this channel, I've got 2 videos of me snow blowing.
Yeah, I saw those. Yeah, it's
Right.
deep snow.
Oh, that thing will go through snow. Wow. I usually have about a 20-foot snowbank on my front yard, and that's all from that snowblower.
Yeah,
That thing will throw some snow.
I'd rather have a snowblower than have them plow the snow from the road into my yard. I
Yeah.
try to have them push it down the road and not in my yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a big 8-foot fence across my driveway to keep the neighbors' dogs out.
Yeah.
My animals in here the best I can. They like
Yep.
to fly over it, though. That's the problem.
Ah,
No matter how high the fence are, the birds always seem to get over it.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'm getting out of whack here. I'm going to shut this down and come back to your chat and call it good.
alrighty. Yeah, I think I'm going to
Well,
close
thank
down here in a
you.
few minutes. But thank you for coming up. I'm glad you were persistent.
Yeah, it took us a few times because the camera and microphone were shut off because Google and YouTube like to listen in on what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's why you get your ads. When you talk about something, you get an ad right after you get done saying it. So
I know.
Yep.
I know.
that's just not right. These things aren't our friends. They're our enemies, and anything and everything you say can and would be held against you in a court of law.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's the bummer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So you two have a good evening.
Yeah.
Thank you again for coming up, and we'll be talking to you soon. Anyways, for everybody, we usually text each other at least once a day. So
Yeah, I pretty much stay here and watch the place. I've been having some bad luck with people coming in here, even with fences up.
I know you would share that.
Yeah, they stove my new boat up and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I just put fishpole holders and new seats on it, and yeah, they ripped it right off the boat and took my seats off the bench, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Things have just laid around and moved around.
You know, that's just another reason of being prepared, because those things are going to happen worse.
Yeah.
You know, as times get tougher. You know, here we've got security cameras. There's nowhere on this property that you can walk in at night or when we're gone that we're not going to get alerted.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. We can't afford them. And
Right
it's an
now, yeah.
invasion of privacy. They have back doors on all your camera stuff. So,
Yeah.
hey, enjoy your evening. We appreciate your letting us share this with you. And hopefully we can get together during the daytime so you can actually see how I have this campground. This is a campground full of animals. Every
Very
trailer
good.
has a different animal in it.
That's so awesome.
Hmm.
I just blows my mind.
Yeah. Hey, it's a choice, and so enjoy
That's
life without giving your money to other people.
Yep, that's right.
Hey,
Yep.
good night, and love yous
Very-
all. God bless you, and may the Lord bless us with another day tomorrow.
Very
Love you
good.
too.
Love you both.
Have a
God bless you.
wonderful evening.
God bless you.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, that looks so cozy.
No.
So cozy. But no, you know, that's another thing as far as being prepared is, you know, we know that there's going to be ones that are going to be hungry. And I don't mind feeding people. I don't mind giving things that we raise and to people. But that's not what it's going to be. There's going to be ones that are going to come. They're hungry. They're going to be desperate. They're going to steal. And,
Yeah.
you know, we need to be prepared that way too. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
But I trust in the Lord. You know, we're prepared in so many ways, but we also need to be prepared in the Lord. And that's important. There's some cute red bunnies right there.
Mm-hmm.
Those would have been babies. Friends, I'm going to call it a night tonight. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. What would you like to say?
I appreciate everyone that comes here. I love everyone that comes here. And we will see you next Tuesday, probably.
You know what? For those that are here, in the comment box, maybe share what you'd like to see us share here.
Yeah.
You know, what kind of, you know, like, for instance, the solar panels, the bees, cooking, different, having somebody come up here and explain how they cook or can or freeze or maybe you'd like to come up and share how you're preparing for yourself and for your family.
Because everyone should do that.
That's right. We all need to get involved, you know, or every one of us. So awesome. Friends, love you all. Oh, glad you joined us, Sarah. In fact, I'm going to be subscribing here in just a moment.
Nice to meet you, Sarah.
Yes. I wish that Leanna could have been out when
What was I
we're all
doing? I
talking.
was
You were
canning.
canning peppers.
Peppers.
Yeah. Friends,
Mm.
we love you all. Thank
Love
you
you.
so much. Have a blessed evening.
Good
Honey,
night.
where's the outro?
It's right there.